Hey, Ray the CPA here. I am doing a quick video. I want to continue in my series, The Philosophy of Service. We are going to talk about briefly today, under 4 minutes, the first circle of the Philosophy of Service. If you haven't seen that, you can go back and you can stream that. It's an overarching, complete overview of what we do here at CBT Limited. What I'm going to do is do a 30,000 feet overview, under 4 minutes, of the first circle there, know where your money is. We're going to just briefly talk about that. So once again, I'm talking to you if you're a small business owner with less than 500 employees and in the $1 million in revenue mark. If you're a nonprofit, if you are at the $500,000 in revenue mark, I am talking to you. And the reason that I'm talking to you is you are now big enough where you cannot just wing it with your financials. For a small business and for the nonprofit organization, that's where you are. Okay, let's get right into it. So, if you will recall, we initially were speaking about the philosophy of service, and there are 3 parts to that. Know where your money is, no missed opportunities, which is the red circle, and then getting your time back. Go back to doing the thing that you do. Let me fulfill your CFO function. So we are now going to be dealing with the first circle, the know where your money is. So from 30,000 feet, we are flying over in a plane. We begin with a deep dive. The $2 bills is our deep dive. That's when I sit down with you as an owner, as the general manager, as executive staff, as the C-suite, and I want to hear about what your business does. Not what you're supposed to be doing. I want to legit hear about what you do today, right now. And what I mean by that, let's say that you are a nonprofit organization and you are saving the manatees. Well, that's not what you're doing, right? You're raising money to save the manatees. That's your chief focus. And what does that mean? That means that you are doing a lot of travel across the country to meet with people. So you've got to spend money on telephone services, fundraising apps, cash apps, things like that is where you are focusing your money. And that's where red flags, fraud, you not keeping track of things properly, all of those things can happen. So sit down and I just listen. I ask you a few prompting questions, but I want to learn all about your business. Okay? That's what the initial deep dive is about. Next, we look at your chart of accounts. We do a COA review. That's the next step. Now, why do we do that? Why do we waste time on that? It's not a waste of time. What it is, accounting is the language of the transactions of your organization. Right? It's how you express everything that's happened at your organization. If you don't have the right words, meaning you don't have the right accounts, and they're not working together vis-a-vis a chart of accounts, you are not going to be able to make informed financial decisions. So we have to do that. Again, there'll be videos for each of these in depth, exactly what we do. But we're in the plane, 30,000 feet. So, finally, we do a financial health check. That's when I compare your present state to the future state. What do we want to do? Where do we want to be? What do we need? What are we missing? What are the red flags? That's what we identify in the financial health check. So, in a nutshell, we now have gone over the green circle, or the know where your money is portion of what we do here at CBT Limited. So again, it's been a pleasure. Remember, my small and medium businesses and my nonprofits, the focus is always to get you back to doing the thing that you do. If your goal is to raise money to save the manatees, we want you doing that, not wearing a CFO hat and doing that job poorly. The reason you got into business is because you had a passion or because you had a skill. Let's get you back to doing that, and let's get me to fulfill your CFO function. All right, Ray the CPA, out. All right, thank you.